It's the final of the National Cup at Murrayfield, contested between Edinburgh Accies and Glasgow Hawks. Accies promoted from Premier 2 to Premier 1 this season, but they've dumped 3 Premier 1 sides out of the cup on the way to Murrayfield, so Hawks know that they're in for some kind of game this afternoon if they're to lift the cup again. Early on, they showed exactly what the game plan was, spreading the ball wide, and a crunching tackle there by David Rattray on Stevie Gordon showed that Accies' defence was going to be one to be reckoned with. A lot of the success for the Edinburgh side had come from the strength of their pack, and well, with Joe Edwards organising things in there, they pressed on the Hawks line. 20 minutes gone, and who had the ball? Nobody was quite sure. You watch the big man at the back though, he knows exactly where he's going. Ed Stewart ripping the ball out and crashing over the Hawks line for the opening score. And that one certainly went down well with the pipes and drums of Rayburn Place. Some teams bring a piper, some teams bring cheerleaders. Accies, they bring a whole band with them. That score certainly stung Hawks, and it was 7 minutes before half-time when they got themselves on the board. Keeping up the pressure, but Accies' defence pretty well organised, not committing too many men to the breakdown, leaving the defenders strung across the field, knowing just how dangerous the Hawks runners could be. Mike Adamson probing away there, and Stephen Duffy taking the ball up to the Accies 22. Penalties of referee Peter Allen. No problem for Mike Adamson getting Hawks on the board. And the flag of the People's Republic of Annisland flying high at Murrayfield. Hawks still again found themselves on the back foot. Joe Edwards, wee pop pass to the big man Ed Stewart, rumbling into the Hawks defence. Gavin Douglas dropped back into the pocket, took the simplest of passes from Mike Campbell and dropped the sweetest of goals. That got the band back in full swing, but it also annoyed Hawks and stung their pack into action, driving up over the Accies line. Ball coming back very, very slowly for Kenny Sinclair. It got his backs going. Mike Adamson popping the ball up there. Ricky Munday again, knocked over just short of the line. The ball out to Rory Kerr. Lovely wee flip up pass there for Murray Strang, but still the Accies defence pretty solid, giving nothing away. And well, even John Fitzpatrick couldn't find a way through, but finally it was just too much for the Accies defence, and this time Ed Stewart really paid the price. Let's have a wee word, said Peter Allen, and that wee word is yellow. So off he went, and that was a big, big blow to Accies. Not just that it gave Mike Adamson the simplest of 3 points for Hawks, but they'd lost one of the big dynamic driving men from their pack. And well, into injury time, Mike Adamson looking to take the game into half-time, missed his touch, but oh dear, Ross Brown looking for support, flipped the ball up, and who was there to his horror? It was John Fitzpatrick, and the Hawks flanker from 50 yards out made absolutely no mistake, going all the way. What a score to get, to take Hawks into an 11 points to 8 half-time lead. Accies starting the second half short-handed, and Hawks knew that if they kept the pressure on, well, the score could well come. Ricky Munday taking the ball into contact there. Mike Adamson standing big in the tackle, finding Kenny Sinclair. Lovely wee backhanded flip by the Hawks scrum half, and Rory Kerr finding Gordon McFadden knocking players out of the way, setting it up, and Sinclair again. Adamson, lovely ball out to Murray Strang, and Strang inside ball, and it was Ali McClay who was in support to touch down under the posts for what proved to be a crucial try. No problem for Mike Adamson, and just 5 minutes into the second half, Hawks had a 10-point lead. And Accies knew that if they were going to stay in the game, if they were going to salvage anything from the cup final, then they had to get a score pretty quickly. And watch that man at the back, number 7, the skipper, and it was Dan Teague who got the touchdown, and that one certainly kept Accies in the game. Hawks having a quiet wee look, but they could be pretty sure that Peter Allen wasn't going to change his mind. Accies knew that they had to keep Hawks on the back foot, but quick throw there allowed Mike Adamson to do a wee bit of juggling, but again staying on his feet, getting support. The ball chipped ahead for Stevie Gordon and taken out by Ross Brown, keeping the ball alive. Ali Dale right on his shoulder there, and John Fitzpatrick, he'd done a fair bit of damage already, and that was a wee bit naughty by the Accies defence, and Mike Adamson extracted the full penalty with quarter of an hour to go. And that took Hawks into a 8-point lead, and Accies just began to wilt a wee bit. Things not quite going for them, and Ross Brown looking for a long touch, but sclaffing the ball, not even out of the park, but straight into waiting Hawks' hands. Hawks now knowing that all they had to do was be patient, keep up the pressure, and the points would come, and they certainly did. Not the easiest of penalties for Mike Adamson, but with 10 minutes to go, this was a vital kick. No problem for the Hawks standoff. 11 points in the lead, and they knew that all they had to do now was run the clock down and keep Accies at bay. Final flourish from the Edinburgh side, now having to play rugby from inside their own half, but still a brave run by Chris Kinloch, and he found support inside from young Paul Loudon, the young Scotland under-18 centre, taking play all the way down to the Hawks line. Kinloch in there playing like a flanker, but the Hawks defence getting back in time. Rory Kerr feeding the ball back, and a solid clearance there from Murray Strang. Again, the big men having a go. Ed Stewart flipping the ball out there. Nice pass out from Dan Teague, and Kinloch again asking questions down the right wing, but making no impression on the Hawks defence. And just a shimmy there might have got David Rattray through, but the pass not going to hand, and the ball run out of defence by the Hawks. Long kick downfield by Ali McClay, and as the ball trickled into touch, that was a signal for referee Peter Allen to blow the final whistle. Celebrations to start in the Hawks camp, and well, you can see just how delighted they are to get their name on the cup yet again. And it was a proud Hawks skipper who came up to receive the National Cup from SRU President Andy Irvine. Yes, that's the feeling when you've won the cup. They've done it before, but my goodness, they're delighted to do it again. Stephen, Hawks name on the cup again, it must be a nice feeling for you.
Absolutely brilliant. To come through the season that we've done with the players that left at the end of last season, we looked at this season as a rebuilding year, and we've rebuilt and we've come away with a cup at the end of that season. So if they'd offered us that at the start of the season, we would have grabbed it with both hands.
Mike, you've played your rugby all over the world this season, and we're back here at Murrayfield. How does that win rate against the rugby you've played this season?
Oh, it's definitely well up there. The boys come out, played an absolutely brutal game. The fours that stuck in there, but I just really enjoyed being at Murrayfield and coming home with a cup again.
So the champagne flows for Hawks. Cup winners 2007. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Murrayfield.